Find your center. Find where you can let yourself breathe and live better. Find where your dreams intersect with your future. Find where you can freely enjoy being yourself and choose to be with those you love. Find the place where you can build a beautiful tomorrow while creating precious memories with the ones you cherish. Find where you come home to enjoy the rewards of your hard work and share them with the people you love. Find yourself living close to the exciting new growth centers at the heart of Central Luzon. Find a master-planned community where homes are built using timeless designs in wide, open green spaces with pocket parks for quiet relaxation. A town plaza where you can find neighborhood shops and conveniences. You can also find amenities to enjoy and make memories with your loved ones. Here, you can find what truly matters. Find your center at Ahoya.
We dream of a better life. A life by the sea. Welcome to Seafront Residences, Aboitiz Land's peaceful beach village in beautiful San Juan, Batangas. At just 125 kilometers away from the city, your weekly vacations are finally within reach through this master-planned community. As you step into Seafront Residences' peaceful beach village, you will be greeted by thoughtfully designed areas characterized by diamond-shaped parks and innovation by Aboitiz Land. These unique shared spaces are lined with beautiful bougie royal homes inspired by local Filipino architecture. Built using materials fashioned to age gracefully, these homes are works of art that are meant to be passed down for generations. Each designer home is thoughtfully structured to nurture your family, making it a comfortable and enjoyable space in times that you dream of escape. Take in a breath of fresh air for you and your family. Beyond gorgeous seaside homes are amenities that provide you and your family with an abundance of activities that foster values of friendship and camaraderie within your community. Indulge in the good life. Float along tranquility and immerse yourself in the beauty of the sea. Dive into happiness and emerge anew. Refresh yourself for a new day, week, and month ahead. Unveil the life you've always dreamed of. Here at Seafront Residences, where life is better by the sea.
A fuller life awaits at a place that's raising the South to greater heights. Nestled in this self-sufficient mixed-use development is the Villages at Lipa, where you can find its most premier offering. Meadow. Easily accessible from Metro Manila through major highways. Every family has enough room to live a richer and fuller life that you can build in any of our premier lots. Truly, it's a dream investment come true. Experience all these pieces coming together. At Meadow, get a piece piece of the fuller life.
Life means more. Enjoy the good life. Share the good life. Life means more. Live the good life at Amoa. Look around you. Everything we need is right here. Leave a worry behind. At Amoa, we'll find the life we earn. I'll hold your hand at every turn we make, every step we take. At Amoa, we'll dance the days away. Life means more. Enjoy the good life. Share the good life. Life means more. Come live the good life at Amoa.
We all live our lives constantly searching. Maybe it's for escape from our stressful lives, for a chance to live in peace, or maybe just searching for adventure. If life truly is about the journey to find what we're looking for, oftentimes we just need to get lost. Get lost, and maybe you'll find peaceful existence. See the world in its entire splendor. Live life in wonder. Get lost, and you will find Foresa Mountain Town. Situated along the mountains of Kansumoroy, Balamban, just 90 minutes away from Cebu City, you'll find Foresa Mountain Town, Aboitiz Land's master-planned mountain community. Get lost, and you will find life. Foresa Mountain Town offers a community that values adventure, exploration, and the spirit of wonder. Here, find abundant space for your home, where living in the great outdoors is an even more fulfilling experience for the family. Get lost in the great backyard. Here in the outdoors, nature is the amenity. Almost 300 hectares of open spaces, hills, streams, breathtaking views, and a forest reserve. All are waiting for you to discover them. Take this opportunity to get lost, and maybe you'll find everything you're looking for. Take a step closer to finding yourself in Foresa Mountain Town. Another quality development of Aboitiz Land.
Hey guys, it's a beautiful day, and I think I'm gonna take a little road trip through the mountains of Cebu. Would you like to join me? Come on, let's go. Imagine living in a home surrounded by nature, far from the hustle and bustle of city life, where you see nature undisturbed and hear rich bird songs. Then imagine living in a community where 21st century conveniences are within reach. Now imagine living in a place where you can have both. At Foresa Mountain Town, this can be a reality. This ultra-exclusive Aboitiz Land community in a 257-hectare residential lot-only development is for the few who want a balanced lifestyle, where your family can grow, have adventures, and still enjoy the comforts of modern-day living. At Foresa, nature is your backyard, where you can commune with the great outdoors. This community mingles with nature through its vast expanse of rolling terrain, lush greenery, calming water, and deep forest reserves in the mountains of Consumoroy, Balamban, Cebu. It is just minutes away from the only integrated township in western Cebu. It is the leading township in this side of the island that boasts of commercial and industrial establishments and other conveniences found in the city centers. Here, you find your balance. At Foresa, let the elements sustain you as you pick from its 5 dynamic faces. This development finds the yin and yang of living with the serenity of nature, but maintaining your connection to the outside world. It allows you to design your dream home that reflects your luxurious yet grounded lifestyle. The Foresa Mountain Town community is growing as more lots are now available in Light B. Not only will you be wowed by its natural wonders, but also with the growth in value of your sound investment. This new phase is an array of lot sizes and features from the laid-back to the adventurous homeowner, where you can choose your own adventure. The most exclusive of these are the Riverside Ridge lots. These lots enjoy a downhill feature with the most breathtaking view of the mountain and the river below. Its close proximity to the river and Foresa Lodge, the property's main pavilion, gives homeowners here added value for their investment. The Parkside Premium lots give homeowners direct access to a 1-hectare pedestrian-friendly linear park. The Hillside lots are on the northern side of the development, giving it the distinct vantage view of the Tañon Strait and the West Cebu Estate. These downhill lots have direct access to the tree-lined main road. Last but definitely not least are the Avenue lots. These lots are located by the main roads are a combination of uphill and downhill lots. This premier development is perfectly curated to fit your dynamic and luxurious lifestyle the way you want it. Are you ready for a distinctly refreshing lifestyle? It's time to rediscover adventure, rediscover harmony, rediscover community as it should be, rediscover life at Foresa Mountain Town.
With the phenomenal success of Pristina North, Aboitiz Land brings you a new face of luxurious, practical living perfected. Pristina North Residences. Pristina North Residences is part of the 32.5 hectares of the first fully integrated master plan development in Cebu City. This fresh new face is pure convenience. Centrally located, Pristina North Residences is in Talamban, just 15 minutes away from the heart of Cebu City and Mandaue City. It's in the middle of everything you and your loved ones value most. Living here is pure class. You'll love the thoughtful property planning that Aboitiz Land has poured into this new urbanism-inspired concept. Pristina North Residences considers how you live, work, play, relax, and enjoy. Choose from a variety of home styles done in tasteful Asian contemporary architecture. The townhouse is a cluster of 3 homes with rooms offering refreshing views. No matter which home you choose, every room feels just right. with spaces perfectly suited for modern urban life. Pristina North is designed to simplify life. Delight in the convenience of a master plan community and the class of Pristina North living. Pristina North Residences, another quality development by Aboitiz Land.
We believe that where you are shapes who you can be. So we innovate to create spaces that inspire, leading people to homes where they can thrive as a family. Flourish as a community. In environments where they can live sustainably. Innovation lets us push the needle forward, turning challenges into opportunities. Creating value that grows and endures. We innovate to serve you better. So you can live better. And live for the future. Aboitiz Land. Innovating ways to lead you home.
you, everyone. Welcome to Aboitiz Land's Investors Forum entitled Land Your Future. And on behalf of Aboitiz Land, we would like to thank all of you for being here with us this morning. It's almost lunchtime, so we really appreciate your presence right now at Aboitiz Land's Investors Forum. We would also like to greet our online viewers who are tuned in live at Aboitiz Land's Facebook page. Please invite your friends and family to watch our live streaming today. And today we have gathered to explore the exciting opportunities that await you in the realm of secure investments. With the guidance of our esteemed guest resource speakers, including the renowned Mr. RJ Ledesma and other industry experts such as Bea Vasquez of UnionBank of the Philippines. We are also joined today by Alex Marquez and Mila Barnido of Aboitiz Land. We are here to show you how Aboitiz Land can help you embark on a journey to land your future. By the way, I am L'Oreal Valdez from Marketing of Branding, and I will be with you throughout the program as your host. Securing your future is a universal aspiration that resonates with us all. That's right. I believe every one of us is dreaming to own a residential investment or a property that we can call our own. And with that, when it comes to investment, the undeniable truth is that land holds immense potential for growth. Through careful analysis and backed by compelling statistics, we can confidently affirm that land is indeed the future. At Aboitiz Land, we take pride in our commitment to turning your investments into a reality. Our collaboration with UnionBank of the Philippines will further strengthen this claim or our ability to expand our portfolios and safeguard our hard-earned wealth. That's right. So right now, together, we are dedicated to empowering you to make informed decisions that will shape a prosperous future for us all. And with that, allow me to introduce to you to the Aboitiz Land's latest campaign that will help you land your secure future, your dream home, or the lifestyle that you deserve. Everyone, please watch this.
Life slowed down. The future was uncertain. Much has changed in how we live. We discovered the true value of home. And we learned what truly matters. We continue to face risks when all we want is assurance. For us to maintain stability so we can stay ahead. What better way to secure your future than by investing in land? Build the home of your dreams. Build a legacy. Make memories that last a lifetime. With the potential to earn a steady income, the possibilities of land are limitless. Attain a sense of financial stability. Live your best life. Pursue your passions. Make your way to the plane to your destination. Land an Aboitiz Land residential lot, carefully designed to provide the perfect balance between modern convenience and natural beauty. With lush open spaces, a place to raise a family, create bonds of a lifetime. Our communities provide amenities and facilities that enhance the quality of life, creating a sense of belonging and security. Landing the life you deserve has been made easier. From property search all the way to turnover, Aboitiz Land's end-to-end digital home buying service helps our customers turn their journey more simple, safe, and convenient, no matter where they are in the world. It's an investment in the future you deserve. Aboitiz Land. Over 25 years of industry expertise creating sustainable neighborhoods that foster a well-balanced life for families, to providing excellent opportunities for growth. Our track record speaks for itself. Make the move towards new horizons today. Land your future. And land the life you deserve. With Aboitiz Land.
Wow, let's give a round of applause for that AVP that we've just presented. Really, you can land your future with Aboitiz Land. And as I've mentioned earlier, we are jam-packed today with information and knowledge that can equip you into landing your future with Aboitiz Land. At Aboitiz Land, we want people to arrive at a decision. So what decision are you going to make with Aboitiz Land? Of course, it is a decision for the future that you desire, either for yourself, for your family, and definitely for your future. So definitely at Aboitiz Land, land your future, reach for your desired future with our lot investment. And throughout this forum, we will delve into the myriad of opportunities available, providing you with valuable insights and actionable strategies to land secure investments. Our esteemed speakers will share their expertise, shedding light on emerging trends, market dynamics, and proven approaches that can help you navigate the exciting landscape. And to amp up the excitement, we are giving away prizes for our viewers. I know most of you are waiting for the prizes that we have in store for you. You can win 1,000 peso worth of gift certificates when you qualify for our raffle draw. So what are the mechanics for our raffle draw? You just need to sign up to speak to our property specialist. We have the link flash on the screen right now for our online viewers. And for our guest here at Common Ground IBP, you may scan the QR code, sign up to talk to a property specialist, and you will qualify for the raffle draw. So later on in the afternoon, rather by the end of the program, we will be drawing 5 lucky winners at the end of the program. But wait, there's more. So not just for the online viewers that we have a special treat for those that will reserve for any of our properties today. All confirmed reservations will qualify for a special raffle draw to be held privately. So what are the prizes up for grabs for our lucky buyers? First, you can win 15,000 peso worth of gift certificate for seafront residences. You may also win overnight staycation for 2 in Solano Hotel for the villages at Lipa. If you are looking for a property in Ahoya, you may win 10,000 peso worth of gift certificate. And lastly, of course, for our developments in Cebu, for Foresa, Amoa, and Pristina North residences, you may win 20,000 peso worth of New Star Resort and Casino gift certificates. So what are you waiting for? Talk to our property specialist today, reserve your unit, and qualify to the raffle draw for these special prizes. Now that you have known the prizes, let us now learn more about Aboitiz Land's exceptional real estate opportunities. By showcasing their projects and the significant returns on investments they have achieved, our next speakers will hopefully inspire you to envision the potential to land your secure investment. So without further ado, let's start with Aboitiz Land's properties in South Luzon. Let's all welcome our area sales head for South Luzon, Miss Mila Lynn Barnido.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning also to our online viewers. Thank you for being here today. We are pleased to share with you our campaign called Land Your Future. This campaign is meant to push our residential lots, so it's a play on landing your future, which means to secure your future. Aboitiz Land, the real estate arm of Aboitiz Group. Aboitiz Group has investment in power, banking, which is the UnionBank, food, which is Filmico. We have Aboitiz Infra Capital for infrastructure, and Aboitiz Construction for construction. Aboitiz Land has been building residential communities for over 29 years, starting in Cebu, and as of 2017 in Luzon. Coming from the past 3 years of pandemic, so many factors have changed and all of us have been affected by different macroeconomic factors. Inflation is high, but BSP forecasts a decrease. Growth is sustained in the Philippines, while overseas Filipino remittances are up. And this is the good news, tourism is bound for a full recovery in 2023. Area-wise, our residential projects are present in Central Luzon, Batangas, and Cebu. Central Luzon is being positioned as a manufacturing and logistic hub with 75 billion worth of infra projects and set to be completed in 2023. South Luzon has been consistently in demand based on the volume of leads it gathers from the feeding properties platform. Consistent with how we are during a pandemic, there is still high interest in provincial areas led by Cebu and followed by Davao and Pampanga. Gig economy has been on the rise as well as prompting lower interest in office spaces and support in the interest of provincial areas. These items that we've listed down for the side, on these slides are here to stay. Hybrid work setup, high demand for integrated communities within the and outside Metro Manila, contactless transactions, rise of a young property seekers. Land your future. We understand that one of the threats in investing is the rising interest rate and inflation rates, which is why we want to share with you today how residential land is secured investment, which is easy to purchase and will surely yield profits. Take the initial steps to secure your future. Located in the distinctive master plan communities, our residential lots are designed to meet you at the future of your desire. With Aboitiz Land, you don't need to navigate your investment journey alone. Choose from any array of options that cater to your preferences so you can land your future you deserve. Your dream home and investment that grows will help steer you through every stage. Aboitiz Land as a brand has evolved. We changed our tagline from creating better ways to live to innovating ways to lead you home. Aside from product innovations that were always applied in our master plan projects, we've started innovating using the contactless home buying when the pandemic began in 2020. And in 3 years later, we have continued to innovate through the use of property technology in construction, finance, data science, and artificial intelligence. This movement is quickly innovate, aligns with the Aboitiz Land conglomerate portions or innovation or visions. With all that said, I would like to share with you how you can land your future with Aboitiz Land property today. We'll share 3 tips. Starting off on why it's important to choose a location or economic development hubs, why pick residential lots, why it matters to be part of the Aboitiz Land community. Areas within or near economic hubs provided convenience. Most seasoned investors known for the fact that properties that are within or close or growth centers or townships like New Clark City in Tarlac or Lima Estate in Batangas are sure to experience faster value appreciations. Why choose residential lots? Customizable. It's a great for people to have specific homes in mind, giving the opportunity for a bespoke home. Affordable. Residential lots are more affordable, easier to acquire and maintain. Passive income source. Land value is always sure to rise and increase. Why invest in Aboitiz Land community? Superior master plan is number 1. 2, track record enhancing land value. Most important, you are able to monitor the progress of your purchase all the way to turnover. To add, other than our bank partners, we have also made it easier to buyers to afford real estate through mortgage brokers like Nook, Matchmo, and Ubi. They find home loan products for our buyers depending on their financial situation. And this service is for free. All of our properties come with modern convenience. Aside from common amenities, they come with town plazas or town center, which is the commercial component of the community. This is to ensure that the residential have access to basic needs without leaving the community, as we have experienced during the pandemic. When there's limited movement allowed, these town centers make our communities self-sufficient. To share, our projects had been winning awards as well. Aboitiz Land is the best developer of the year in Visayas and Mindanao in 2022. Seafront Residences won Best Housing Development in the Philippines by one of the most prestigious award-giving bodies in real estate, the Property Guru Awards in 2021. Amoa in Cebu won Best Housing Development in Visayas in 2022. While Ahoya Cabanatuan is highly commended as the best housing development in 2022. Let me take you to the south projects of Aboitiz Land, starting with Seafront Residences. Seafront Residences is Aboitiz Land's first residential development in Luzon. It's an exclusive 43-hectare beach community. Residential lots range from 300 to 600 square meter. There is an existing community now living in Seafront Residences. In fact, many of our buyers stayed here in Seafront Residences during the pandemic. Unlike the beach communities you'll find along San Juan Laia coast, where most of them have a few houses built. Imagine you live one of these houses and you have a 24-hour view of the sea. And the front of your house is facing our Diamond Park, which leads you to the beach boardwalk, and that fine gray sand is easy to walk on. We have our clubhouse in Seafront Residences, designed by Buji and Royal Architecture and Design. We're known for designing beach properties. I would like to invite our guests to schedule a visit to SFR or Seafront and try the pool and the beach. Just approach any of our property specialists to arrange the schedule. We also have a model units on site which will help you to give you an idea on how you can have your house designed. We have also our crest at Seafront Residences, our phase 2, and the highest point of Seafront Residences. It will have its own clubhouse, as you can see on your screen. We recommend this to our buyers that prefer exclusivity, peace, and quiet because most of the events are happening in phase 1. Residential lots range from 5 million to 17 million only. In this phase, we offer flexible pay term like minimum of 10% down payment, payable up to 24 months, or a 28,000 monthly investment. SFR is just a 2.5-hour drive from Alabang to San Juan, Batangas. SFR is 10 kilometers away from San Juan Municipal Hall, the San Juan town proper. And if you need universities, it is also 10 kilometers away from SFR. The Tree Hospital in San Juan is just 8 to 10 kilometers away. Most important, commercial establishment like groceries, restaurant, and public market is just 10 minutes drive. Seafront Residences have experienced a 381% property value increase. Imagine that 381% increase. So this is how it goes. When SFR launched in 2017, the property value is just 8,600 per square meter. And now, our current price is at 41,400 per square meter. This gives us a 381 property value increase. If you were thinking if this is too late to invest, well, it's not. Because property value always increase. And knowing the developments in San Juan La Ia area, I'm sure that this property value will still increase. Our edge that our development is ahead than the others. Our community is already there, and the houses are being built. For this campaign, we are going to give 5% promo discount or up to 15% discount. If you are interested to know more about seafront residences, feel free to approach any of the property specialists that we have here today. Or visit our site, and we also have property specialists on site every day who are willing to assist you. We also have another project in Batangas. And this one is located in Lipa, Batangas. Okay. The Villages at Lipa is the biggest of Aboitiz land residential development in Luzon at 49 hectares. This is located in Aboitiz-owned Lima Estate in Lipa, Batangas. Lima Estate is an Aboitiz-owned estate that has its industrial, commercial, and residential components. It is also home of Batangas' first integrated central business district. This is the best visual that we completely tell what within Lima Estate. We have the Lima Technology Center. Philippine Economic Zone Authority or PEZA regulated economic zone at the Calabarzon region and the #1 selling and largest privately owned industrial park in the south. The outlets at Lipa. Philippines' largest outdoor outlet shopping mall that has an open space format with pocket parks, alfresco dining, and multi-sport fields. We also have there Aboitiz Beach, a multi-purpose turf football fields convertible to Olympic size with 1,500 seating capacity, conforming to FIFA and AFC standards. We also have the Lima Exchange, House of Transport Terminal, fast food and grocery establishment, and civic spaces. And the US one today, we have the Lima Tower 1, the first of its 6 towers to be constructed in Lima BPO district. We also have there the Lima Park Hotel, a 138-room, a 4-star hotel situated at the heart of Lima CBD. We would like to share one of the exciting developments in Lima Estate as well. The Lima Office Park will house 6 towers and a hotel, and a Tower 1 now is currently being constructed. These 6 properties have its own timeline and hopefully to complete up to 2040. Lima is still growing. In fact, there is a 150-hectare industrial expansion that is projected to bring in 75,000 jobs into the Lima community. This is Lima Estate. And this is the Villages at Lipa. Okay. The Villages at Lipa is the residential component of Lima Estate. And talking about the Villages at Lipa, the village will benefit greatly from the development as part of the Lima Estate. It has 1.5-hour ride from Metro Manila. Universities are within 5 to 8 kilometer radius. Some of them, namely De La Salle de Lipa, Stonyhurst International School in Batangas, Batangas State University, and in our very own Lima Estate, we have Industria Senior High School. Also, hospital are just a few minutes drive. one of which is just beside the entrance gates of the villages at Lipa. Commercial area and public market is very strategic and conveniently located as well. Within the villages at Lipa, there are 3 villages to choose from. First, we have the Middle Village, which is the most premium village, launched just last year of October, offering up to 1,500 square meter legacy lots, and available inventory price range from 6.9 million to 11 million pesos. Meadow has a complete amenities as well, from clubhouse, multipurpose court, swimming pool, green belts, and riparian corridor. Lot size range from 250 square meter up to 1,500 legacy lots. Monthly investment starts at 28,000 pesos. Imagine that premium village and your monthly investment is less than 30,000 is something worth investing. The second village is Shera. Shera Village is the most sophisticated village for families that want to expand their presence in the south and move into a bigger home. Average lot size is 250 square meter and your monthly investment start at 17,900. Less than 20,000 pesos, guys. And to nail the investment, let me share that Shera could offer. The village has a clubhouse, pocket gardens, and also kiddie pools, lap pools, function room, and a multi-purpose room, hall. And then we have tea gardens, green belts, and lastly, the village guardhouse to secure security of the residents. Again, at Shera, you can save up to 450,000 when you invest now. To give you a value appreciation of the village, when we launched this way back 2019, our price started at 10,200 per square meter. Now, it's at 21,900. This is 90% property value increase. And our third village is Brook. Perfect for a growing family or upgrading families and a booming young professionals. Brook Village has its own clubhouse, lap pool, kiddie pool, a basketball court, bike lanes, town plaza, pocket parks and green belts, and also a village clubhouse. The village offers complete amenities, as you can see, and the range lot size is at 100 square meter up to 200 square meter. While monthly investments start at 8,700 per month, a real estate investment that less than 10,000 monthly investment. Start your investment today and save up to 220,000 off. To appreciate the investment at Brook Property Village, let me share that way back 2019, our price start at 10,100 per square meter, now also at 21,900, and this is at 118% property value increase. Imagine, guys, for the less than 4 years, your property increased at 118% already. Okay. So those are our projects at the villages at Lipa. Again, until June 15, you could save up to 15% discount for residential lots through this campaign, Land Your Future. We give you 450,000 off for Shira Village, while 220,000 off for Brook Village. Our easy payment scheme is 10% DP, payable up to 24 months to pay, and that is interest-free. Just approach one of our property specialists to schedule your tripping and to discuss further details of that investment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Mila Lynn Barnido. Once again, that's our area sales head for South Luzon. Now, I don't want to sound biased, but what I really like about what Miss Mila presented is really seafront residences. Imagine owning a beach property in Batangas, just 2.5 hour drive away from Metro Manila. And for our early investors at seafront residences, their investment already growed by 381% since launch. So I believe the numbers speak for itself of how valuable your investment is at seafront residences. And also for the villages at Lipa, if you miss out investing in central business districts such as BGC, Makati CBD, Alabang, well, owning a piece of the villages at Lipa is like owning a piece of Lima Estate. So Miss Mila already reiterated what you can see at Lima Estate, right? We have the Central Business District. We have Industrial Park. Actually, we have a lot. You can't really miss nothing and have everything at the villages at Lipa. And once again, as Miss Mila mentioned, until June 15 only, if you want to reserve your residential lot for South Luzon properties of Aboitiz Land, you can get as much as 15% discount in your next investment. Now, I don't want to hold you any further. We now move forward in our quest to explore best of value properties in North Luzon. So this will be our last segment before our main speaker will come on live. Let's welcome Area Sales Head for North Luzon, Mr. Alexis Marquez.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Alex and I'm here to talk about Ahoya. Ahoya is Aboitiz Land Mid-Market Line Master Plan Communities. We have 3 Ahoyas. No? Ahoya Cabanatuan in Cabanatuan, Nueva Ecija, Ahoya Capas in Capas Tarlac, and Ahoya Pampanga in Mexico, Pampanga. All our Ahoya communities are strategically located in progressive cities of Central Luzon. They are envisioned to the new center, they're envisioned to be the new center of upcoming infrastructure projects and central business district. Here are the list of central business district and infrastructure projects near Ahoya communities. Now, later, I will discuss to you further. Oops. Okay. In Pampanga, we have Ahoya Pampanga. It's an expansive 21-hectare community. Launched in 2019, Ahoya Pampanga features lot sizes from 120 to 276 square meter residential lots. Our Ahoya Pampanga is just near, 18 minutes away from Marquee Mall and 26 minutes away from SM City, Pampanga. It's 43 minutes away from New Clark City, and it's 1 hour and 25 minutes away from Metro Manila kung galing ka sa Quezon City. We recently launched our clubhouse. We have this swimming pool and kiddie pool. Of course, we would like to invite you on June 17. We're going to launch, we have an open house on June 17. If you're interested, just message us and call us so we can assist you pag nagpunta kayo sa site. Okay. Since we launched Ahoya Pampanga back in 2019, the property value increased by 90%. So meaning from 8,300 pesos per square meter nung launch price, now it's 14,600 per square meter. Okay. So good thing meron kaming best stretch promo. That's 3,050 monthly for 30 months, zero interest, then 90% balance bank financing na. So ang ganda dito, until June 30 to. Next, in Tarlac, we have Ahoya Capas. Spanning 13 hectares, is conveniently located near the growth center of New Clark City. Launched in 2018, Ahoya Capas offers 120 to 237 square meter residential lots. Very accessible lang sa mga malls, like for example, Robinsons Luisita, it's just 10 minutes away. SM City Tarlac, 21 minutes away. New Clark City, 23 minutes away. And from Clark International Airport, 39 minutes away. This is our amenity block. No? Again, we would like to invite you guys on June 17. We have an open house. So if you're interested, just message us so we can assist you. So since we launched Ahoya Capas back in 2018, the property value increased by 77%. So from 9,000 pesos per square meter, now it's 14,900 per square meter. At again, tataas pa to because of the new Clark City. Ang Ahoya Capas is facing din sa MacArthur Highway. So, ang wide ng kalsada dito. So again, we have this best stretch promo. It's just 4,505 monthly for 30 months, zero interest. So parang 3 years ka, zero interest. And extended to until June 30 only. Lastly, in Cabanatuan, Ahoya Cabanatuan, it is a 19-hectare development in a progressive city, well, Cabanatuan City. Launched in 2018, residential lot sizes in Ahoya Cabanatuan ranges from 120 to 284 square meters. So very accessible din siya sa mall, like for example, SM City Cabanatuan and Robinson's Cabanatuan. It's just 11 minutes away. Then sa Silex Cabanatuan City, it's 21 minutes away lang siya. Then sa New Clark City, it's just 1 hour and 38 minutes. So this is our clubhouse. We're going to launch this third quarter this year. Again, we would like to invite you all on June 17. Meron din kaming open house dito. If you want to visit Capas, Tarlac, Pampanga, and Cabanatuan, same day, gusto nyo mag-tour of Luzon, so andun kami to assist you. So since we launched Ahoya Cabanatuan back in 2018, the property value increased by 160%. That's 6,500 per square meter. Launch price, now it's 15,900 per square meter. That's 9,400 per square meter increase. So tataas din pa siya. So again, good thing meron tayong best stretch promo na you can avail. That's 3,575 lang for 30 months, zero interest, 90% balance bank financing. Again, hanggang June 30 lang ito. Okay, lastly, we would like to invite you all sa aming Overseas Investors Forum on June 22 sa Singapore and on June 25 sa Dubai. So if you have friends and relatives na nandun that day, we would like to invite them to join us. Definitely, meron kami mga promos na ibibigay that day. That's all. Thank you.
Marquez. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Alexis Marquez. He is our area sales head for North Luzon, and he's discussed the Ahoya properties of Aboitiz land. So among our guests here, who among you have been to Central Luzon? The locations he mentioned, Capas, Tarlac, Cabanatuan, Nueva Ecija, and Pampanga. So any one of you? Ayan. Maybe from our online viewers, please comment down on our comment section. If you've been to our Central Luzon projects, please comment ano yung favorite location nyo ng Ahoya. But ako definitely, meron akong favorite location. So I won't name drop, pero na-mention ni Alexis, as low as 3,000 monthly, you can already own a residential lot in Ahoya. Imagine 3,000 monthly. How much is your electric bill per month? 7,000, 8,000. And at 3,000 monthly, you can own a residential lot already at our Ahoya developments. And with our best stretch promo until June 30, you can definitely still avail this promo for Aboitiz land. So, this wide range of properties that Sir Alex and Miss Mila has presented to you, if you are already interested, please do not hesitate to sign up for a consultation with our property specialist. We are flashing once again on our screen the QR code where you can sign up for an assistance with our property specialist, and you can also get a chance to win at our raffle promo. You can get 1,000 peso worth of gift certificate. Just sign up to talk to our property specialist, and we will be drawing 5 lucky winners at the end of our program. And if ever you are already decided to reserve today, you can also get an additional treat. All confirmed reservations will qualify for a special raffle draw to be held privately. So what's the prizes again? 15,000 peso worth of gift certificate for seafront residences, overnight staycation for 2 in Solano Hotel for the villages at Lipa, 10,000 peso worth of gift certificate for Ahoya properties, and lastly for our Cebu properties, you can get 20,000 peso worth of New Star Resort and Casino gift certificates. So go ahead and sign up. Talk to our property specialist. If you've made up your mind, reserve today. So not that we have interested you with some of the best properties in the market, I'm sure you're already ready to equip yourself further on what to do in your next property investment. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our next speaker, none other than a renowned businessman and realtor, a true authority in the industry. He will be taking the stage to shed light on how to land a future where owning a residential lot is within reach for every aspiring homeowners. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a warm round of applause for Mr. RJ Ledesma.
Thank you very much to the very generous introduction from our host. This is a role that I'm very familiar with, but today I'll be wearing another hat here and speaking to all of our friends and potential property investors, not just here in Manila, but all over the country and from all over the world. So before everything else, since I know I'm in front of so many salespeople, good morning! Ayan, good morning. It's always a good morning for us over here, especially a good morning for all of us here at Aboitiz Land. So again, I have a very important requirement before I speak to people, especially people here in the room and people watching us here right now. I want to make sure that everybody listening are all good-looking people. So please do me a favor and take a good look at the person beside you. Sige, tingnan po ninyo, yung makatabi po ninyo. Sa kaliwa, sa kanan, sa harap po, sa likod. Pakisabi lang po sa kanila, ang ganda mo. At ang gwapo mo. Pakisabi lang po, ang ganda mo, ang gwapo mo. Mag-i-invest ako sa Aboitiz Land. Yan yung importante. Palakpakan naman dyan. And for all those listening to our talk here right now, please tag us online. You can tag us on Aboitiz Land. And also, you can tag myself, RJ Ledesma. And please use our hashtag, LandYourFuture. Now, before I begin this talk, I would just like to thank our good friends from the Aboitiz Group. I've had the opportunity to work in various capacities for Aboitiz Group as both a speaker and as a moderator. So I've actually moderated discussions for the Aboitiz Group, where I've met, of course, Mr. Dave Rafael, the president of Aboitiz Land. I've spoken for the Pilmico Group. I was featured recently in the UnionBank annual report, so I feel like I'm part of the Aboitiz family over here. And Aboitiz Land, really great history, 25 years of solid track record and experience. And under the leadership of Dave Rafael, I'm sure that things will go even better, brighter for Aboitiz Land. But speaking of better and brighter, one of the more important things you must realize about Aboitiz Land as a group. Now, it's being led by Sabin Aboitiz. He's currently the chairman and president of the Aboitiz Group. And they are leading right now what they call the Great Transformation. Those from Aboitiz Land, are you familiar with the Great Transformation? They're turning it from just being a conglomerate into a tech-glomerate, where they're going to be using innovation as their DNA and as their springboard moving forward as a group of companies. And I'm very happy for that one because I know that this will redound to the benefit of Aboitiz Land. These innovations in processes, in products, and services will also be part of Aboitiz Land. So when you invest in Aboitiz Land, you are also investing in the growth of a tech-glomerate that will benefit you as a land owner over here for Aboitiz Land. Now, as I give my presentation, just a couple of things, no? Please keep sort of like a mental checklist or mental framework because as you heard earlier on, our friends who are the sales directors over here at Aboitiz Land, we're talking about the different benefits of the properties. And you can measure that against what I have to say, a checklist of what to look for in properties, especially when it comes to land. And the next thing also, I want to give credit where credit is due, no? I'm not the only one who developed this presentation. I worked together with my good friend, boss Alejandro Andy Manyalak. And he works together with me in Filipino Homes. He's my partner together with our head, boss Ton Luterio, Filipino Homes. And I also worked with Carl D of Spectrum Investments and Joey Bondok of Collier. So this is really a consolidation of the different learnings that we've had with regard to land ownership. Now, having said that, let me move on to the next part of my presentation. Yeah, and so again, my name is RJ Ledesma. I wear many hats, no? I wish I had just as many heads. So first of all, my marketing background is I came from old school marketing, Procter & Gamble. I was a brand manager for Procter & Gamble many, many tasteful years ago. And I also hold a Master's of Science in Real Estate Development from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Cambridge, Massachusetts. So a lot of my understanding of real estate comes from MIT. I'm currently also a board governor for the Subdivision and Housing Development Association, which is the largest association of real estate developers and the premier association of real estate developers in the country, of which, of course, Aboitiz Land is a proud member. I'm also the host of a show, one of the hosts of the show of CNN Philippines Philippine Realty TV. And I am also the leader and Team Luzon partner of Filipino Homes, which is one of the fastest and largest real estate sales organizations here in the country. I also serve as an entrepreneur mentor. I do a lot of teaching of entrepreneurs for Go Negosyo. That's me with the founder of Go Negosyo, Mr. Joey Concepcion. And for those who remember, at sa mga kapanahunan ko na nandito ngayon, ako nga po yan, I am the model of Royal True Orange. Baka mas kakilala nyo ako bilang Joey ng Royal True Orange. Sa mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa akin, ibig sabihin kayo po ay mga millennial at mga Gen Z. But you might have seen me teaching you math on Mathtinik in around 2008 to 2012, or you might have seen me in random movies. I've done some movie roles at the same time. And I have a podcast called the RJ Ledesma Podcast. Shout out to those listening here right now. If you want to learn more about business and entrepreneurship, please tune into the RJ Ledesma Podcast on Facebook, which is also on Google, Apple, and Spotify as a podcast. Now, today I want to talk more about, take another track, no, and really get into your mindset as an investor in land. So I'm going to, instead of looking at condominiums or house ownerships, I want to look at the idea of people who want to invest in land. And I want you to think about it this way. Is it, first of all, a wise decision to invest in land? And the more important question that you need to ask yourself is, why choose to invest in land over other competing investments? Because I'm sure people here watching right now, real estate is great, but you also have more liquid investments. You can go for the stock market. You can go for time deposits. You can go for bonds. For the younger ones, maybe they're going for crypto. They're going for NFT. For the more traditional ones, they're going for jewelry or watches. For the more non-conventional ones, they're buying into sneakers, right? Or into art. So there are many different investments that you are looking into. Now, historically, and almost all over the world, we know that land is a good investment. In normal circumstances, it always appreciates wherever you go. Do you agree with me there? Yes, okay. Yes, okay. But having said that, land is usually the most preferred long-term investment because of its scarcity. Anong ibig sabihin ng scarcity? You cannot multiply land, right? Land is 1 times 1. That's all it is, right? All you can do to try to multiply land is to build not horizontally, but vertically, right? That's why you build condominiums or buildings. And because of the constant urbanization and growth of cities, we know that eventually other properties that are surrounding particularly the city area will also increase in value. So if land is located in a desirable location, it has the potential to appreciate over time. One of the nice things I've learned in my real estate studies is that, there are usually 2 areas which appreciate the fastest, especially if it's just land, no? In terms of property appreciation. One is yung mga nasa gilid. Meaning, if this is the city, the areas right outside of the city, sometimes those are the ones that appreciate the fastest, especially in terms of land value. Why? Because the city is expanding very, very quickly. So people are starting to buy on the surrounding properties right outside of the city. The other areas that people are also looking at to invest in are places with natural features or landmarks, right? Because what are those? Beaches, beachfront properties, lakefront properties, mountain view properties, mountainside properties, because they offer an amenity also that is scarce. You cannot duplicate a mountain, right? You cannot duplicate a waterfront feature, right? So these are things that you must remember as to when you invest in real estate, right? They will all appreciate over time, especially if it's land. Now, just if you were to compare land, no, versus condominiums, so land is relatively lower in terms of maintenance cost, right? Because obviously there's no utilities, there's no facilities over there. In terms of dues and taxes, we know that land is a bit more affordable, especially for certain investors who are looking for, I guess, more affordable investments or what they can put out in terms of their budget. And also, depending on the classification of the land that you purchase, no, you have the option to build on that land what you think can generate the best income. So for example, if you go to the beach, you might want to build a beach house, right? A beach house which you're able to rent out. Either you can put it on Airbnb, or you can put it for a lease to own, or you can do vacation homes that you can rent out. But the more important question when it comes to land is this one. Land is always a good investment, right? But the question is, gaanong kahaba yung PC mo to keep your investment in land, right? That's the biggest question that you want to ask yourself. Gaano kahaba ang PC mo, right? Or how long can you wait for that land to appreciate in value? Each of us have different investment horizons of how long we want to keep that land and finally sell that land. In our mind, you know, Mars, we have a mental framework. Maybe I'll keep it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Or maybe the others are like, I want to flip it first year, second year, I want to sell a piece of land, diba? So how long is your own investment horizon when it comes to investing in that piece of land? And how long do you expect it to appreciate in value, right? And that's why I'm very happy that we were speaking here in front of Aboitiz land, because there are two considerations usually, right, when you invest in land. How fast or how consistently, again, how consistently will that property appreciate in value? And next one is, how fast will it appreciate in value? And if you're watching earlier on the presentations of our good friends from the sales team of Aboitiz, you've seen that some of them have had double-digit appreciation in 5 to 6 years. Some even have had triple-digit appreciation. And this is the interesting thing that I told you earlier on. I told you that what are the two features people look for, diba? They look for nasa gilid, right? Ibig sabihin, growing areas, and also places with natural landmarks like water features or beachfront and or mountains. Those two, the beachfront and then the mountainside, those have been the highest in terms of increase in property value for Aboitiz land properties. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. Okay, thank you so much for those who are paying attention. Now, the investor mindset starts to kick in, right? We're asking you, diba? How long can you wait for land to appreciate? And when I ask you that question, the more important thing here right now is ask yourself, especially the investors, what is your purpose of investing in that piece of land or that piece of property? Because as I said earlier on, land isn't as liquid as other investments that you make. So there's always a potential for opportunity cost, because it's like when you pay for that piece of land, right? You say you're foregoing buying other things. You're foregoing putting the money in stocks, which is a bit more liquid, right? Or in time deposits, or in other purchases or investments that you want to make. So there's a potential for that cost, because when you buy land, obviously sometimes you buy it on installment. So it's a long-term payment that you have to make. That payment all goes to land versus going to something else. Are you ready to make that type of investment decision? So, what is your investor mindset? What are you thinking of when you are buying that piece of land? Do you plan to buy that piece of land and wait until the land price appreciates up to the point that you are happy to sell it? Do you plan to eventually buy a piece of land and say, okay, some people, because there's, what's your two choices? If you're buying a house and lot or lot only, when you get a house and lot, it's just it's more expensive, but it's the convenience of having your own house and lot ready for you to move into. But some people, they're saying, I'm going to get a lot right now because that's what I can afford, right? That's what I can afford right now and I build in the future. Or maybe they have their own specifications for how they want their dream home to look like. So they just want to get a piece of land and build that house later on. So that can be another mindset that you have. One more is this one. Some people, what they plan to do to create multiple income streams, right? They say, okay, I'm going to invest in that piece of land, and then I'm going to construct a home or a rental home, right? So you can rent it out. Or some other people, they build it, they put multiple rooms there or multiple areas there for lease or for rental. The others buy land because it is as an inheritance which they plan to pass on to their children. So there are many different purposes or reasons that you want to invest in land. And this impacts your decision of how long you want to hold that piece of property with you. Okay, so we've answered the first question. Is land a wise decision to invest in? So the next question is, what are the pros and cons when investing in land? I guess before we discuss that one, what's very important for us to understand is the difference between investing in what I call raw land or vacant land or lot-only properties. Because essentially, what we are offering here in Aboitiz land are what we call lot-only properties, right? So what do you talk about raw land? Raw land are really these undeveloped vacant properties that have no infrastructure, no improvements. It's, when you usually buy it, you buy really large parcels and there's no specific development plans or restrictions. So you're just buying big pieces of land, maybe 1 to 2 hectares, even 3 to 5 hectares, right? That's what some people buy. Some people buy rice fields. Some people buy big agricultural pieces of land or land that hasn't been used for some time. Versus what we're offering here in Aboitiz land, which is what we call is subdivided raw land into individual lots, right? So you're actually buying pieces of land inside a master plan community, and there is nothing on that piece of land, but you have a reserved raw lot for you, and there is infrastructure in place. What is the infrastructure? What do I mean when I say infrastructure? There are roads in place in that area. It is a gated community. May nakaabang na electrical line, may nakaabang na plumbing or sewerage or drainage in that particular area. Those are for lot-only properties, which we're offering here in Aboitiz land. So let's just give a description as what is the difference between raw land and lot-only properties, whichever you're offering here in Aboitiz. Now, the first one is, of course, if you get raw land, it's very, very flexible what you can do with it. Of course, that's subject to the zoning and regulatory requirements of the LGU or the local government unit or that region with regard to how that piece of land is planned out, diba? Because sometimes there's a central planning unit, diba, of the government and the LGU. They dictate that this piece of land should be residential, this can be commercial, this can be agricultural. The next one is lot-only developments come with restrictions, right? Either from the developer or for the homeowner association, which just means that these restrictions mean that, so number one, architectural guidelines. How should the house look like, right? Sometimes it's also got certain deed of restrictions. What is the distance or the setbacks from the front, from the side, from the back? Those are what you call restrictions. And of course, maintenance obligations. You've got to pay for the upkeep, making sure that it is well manicured, yung area ninyo. The grass is always cut over here. But you must realize that these are very important, that if we're able to maintain the look of a subdivision or development, that actually helps increase the price or the capital appreciation of an area. Can you imagine if a developer just said, sige, mag-develop, anong gusto mo, ilagay mo dyan yung structure. May isa mukhang palasyo na bahay dyan. Isa mukhang bahay kubo. Isa mukhang gawa sa salamin. It's a glass house, right? So there's sort of no consistency over there. And aesthetically, if it doesn't look too great, the village as a whole doesn't have a nice overall aesthetic impact, it can depress the price of the property. Do you guys agree with me? Right? That's why there is a architectural guideline. Of course, we also know the deed of restrictions. If the house is too tall, and let's say that you're in a beachfront property, you're blocking the view of the neighbor. That's why the deed of restrictions is there, right? Or for example, you're building too close to your neighbor because, and then of course you're building too much on a property which is, I guess, 750 square meters. Sometimes on properties which are 750 square meters, you can only build on about 20%, especially in a farm lot development. And those are what the deed of restrictions are there for, to make sure that it controls how the area looks and how much space is occupied by the house. Now, like I said earlier on, raw land usually lacks basic infrastructure. So if you plan to buy raw land, ikaw pa yung gagastos ka pa to get all the other funding to even just build the road going up to the raw land is up to you, right? Or even putting up the utilities, that's going to be your call. For lot-only developments, especially for people like who are buying here in Aboitiz land, there's some level of, not just a level, but it is highly master planned. Everything there is ready for you, from roads, amenities, up to everything else around the community. Commercial center, growth center, economic centers are all over the area. Now, if you buy purely raw land, no, sometimes, of course, the cost might be lower versus more developed lots. But of course, if you're going to buy raw land, there are other costs involved if you want to start developing. The cost of permitting, diba? The cost of construction of the land development. Meaning, what's land development? That means that, syempre, yung lupa hindi pa patag yan, diba? It's still grassy. You've got to mow it down. You've got to flatten the land, right? But if you're buying in a lot-only property, it might be a bit more expensive, but it's ready for you to build on, right? It's ready for you to build on. And the other thing also is, for this one, buyers also have to pay for homeowners association fees and maintenance. But remember, you're paying for them to maintain, ensure that there is capital appreciation for your property, diba? If your village looks good because it looks nice, of course the price is going to go up for your village. Versus an area where you see grassy area and well maintained, of course the property price will not increase. You will not see a lot of capital appreciation over there. Same thing, again, if you go cost and risks, developing raw land is time-consuming a process. If you really to do it properly, you have to do a highest and best use study, a feasibility study, permitting, construction, all those different things. And if you are a first-time person, you're not used to doing this one, this is not your business, you're doing this leisurely, diba? You will probably overspend or you'll go way beyond your construction budget because you're unfamiliar. But if you do lot only in a well-planned, master-planned subdivision, it saves you time and effort in terms of development and coordination. You're not worrying about anything. You're not worried about the roads. You're not worried about the utilities. You're not worried about electricity. That is the concern of the developer. And also, if you've got raw land that is not in a gated community or just a raw land outside, you also have to additionally worry about illegal squatters in your area, right? And that's another concern altogether. Now, in terms of price appreciation, if you buy property that is raw land, you have to wait for external factors for the property to quickly appreciate in value. In other words, kung kunyari bibili ka ng property sa isang liblib na lugar, you have to wait until the roads start coming onto the area or some development is coming over there until it increases. So, mas mahaba pa yung time horizon mo to expect that property price to increase. But of course, if you're able to get in a lot-only development in a master planned area, it greatly assists in property appreciation. But of course, don't ask me. Your three previous speakers showed you that from all the properties that they've had, because it's master planned, because they are in growth centers, because they are in townships, you're seeing the property price increase quickly over a span of just 2 up to 5 years. Remember, proper price appreciation is dependent on also what is happening in the surrounding. And of course, more importantly, the maintenance of the subdivision and the type of neighborhood that you're able to create. And the nice thing about the Aboitiz community is that they create a nice sense of community. I neglected to mention this earlier on, but I want to say this here right now. That one of the key, I think one of the key DNA of Aboitiz as a group is the idea that they're developing sustainable and environmental friendly communities. So you get a lot of like-minded people who are attracted to that idea. I had a chance to meet Manny Rubio yesterday, the head of Aboitiz Power, talking about how they're creating sustainable and environmental friendly communities for the areas where they have the power plants of those areas. Imagine if that mentality is also carried on by Dave Rafael to the Aboitiz Land Group, which he is. You have also sustainable and environmental friendly communities which you exist in. And of course, that is a type of community where you want to raise a family. Now, there's a price appreciation. Aside from just that one, you've seen that they've had all the amenities that you need, from the swimming pools to the clubhouses. These foster a sense of community and, of course, lead to price appreciation. And like I said earlier on, architectural guidelines, importante yan. The look and feel of all the houses contribute to the overall capital appreciation of the village. Okay, so we're moving on. We talked about land per se. What are the pros and cons of investing in land? And what we're talking about, the best investment to make in land, especially for, I guess, the beginning investor or somebody who's not very, who doesn't want to plan to become a big-time investor in large tracts of land, right? If you are somebody looking to build your future home, a rental home, or for your family, a lot only is the way to go. Now, the next question we want to ask ourselves is this one. What are the common pain points in land investment? And how can we address these pain points, if ever? Now, the first thing is this one. And I said this earlier, and I have to emphasize this for people. Land is not immediately liquid. When you buy it, hindi mo mabebenta yan the next day. Unless you are very good at selling, right? Or that's your work. Okay, with your money locked into the property, sometimes there will be times, and this is just investor mentality, how long can you hold on to it? Because sometimes you might be selling it at a loss, right? If you really need the money, or gipit ka sa pera at a specific time. That's one time that might be problematic for you. Also, at the same time, long-term investment also means long-term maintenance. If you keep on holding that on to as a property and you are not developing on that property, you're not generating any cash flow from that lot, right? You're just paying taxes and dues or maintenance fees on that lot, which can be a significant expense unless naka-program na sa inyo that I will eventually be selling that and I got a good property from a good location, like Aboitiz land, and when I sell it, it's appreciated already. So whatever you had to spend in terms of maintaining the property is more than outweighed by the price that you got for the property when you sold it. Okay, for both raw land and lot-only things, another concern that you also have is that sometimes you have to spend money to create rental income from the property, right? That's one thing you have to do because you've got to build a structure because it's lot-only. But that's your choice to make, right? And sometimes you need to spend more money, especially kung raw land yung property. You have to spend more in putting up that property. And land also, as we know, will appreciate in the long term. But it can be reactive to macro and micro influences in the short term and medium term. For example, during the pandemic, what happened? A lot of infrastructure development was delayed, right? So the property appreciation of some lots were not able to increase as fast as we hoped for because there were no infrastructure developments nearby. And like what we said, sometimes land is affected by infrastructure development around you, right? But eventually, we know that the price of that property will still increase in value, just not as fast as we hoped it would. For lot-only properties, for example, what Aboitiz land has over here, right, is that there are restrictions, which is based on the master deed. So people can't just put up your own hotel inside the property. You can't just put up your own, or if you have your own Airbnb, or at least it depends also if that is allowed in the deed restrictions that was written by Aboitiz land and or the homeowner. But again, they are not doing this to make you feel bad. They're doing this to protect the overall property appreciation of the development, right? Next one. I'm sure you've all heard the word flipping. Do you all know what the word flipping means when it comes to property development? Okay. Just for us to be all on the same page with regard to what are the best practices or success secrets in earning from flipping residential lots, I think we have to define kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng flipping, right? What is flipping? Flipping typically means that it's a practice of you buy a property and you want to quickly sell it for a profit, right? That's how it likes. Kasi flipping, kasi mabilis yung flip, di ba? You want to see how fast you can flip a property. Now, in our case, if you want to flip a residential lot, this is the practice of you buy undeveloped lots and eventually you hope to sell it at a higher price in a relatively short period of time. Diba? So for example, if you do get an Aboitiz lot-only property, you're hoping that the property appreciation is pretty fast, right? It's been consistent, as we know. And maybe your concern is how fast it will appreciate and you can resell it, right? That's flipping residential lots. Holding it until you can finally sell it at a higher price. Now, if you'll flip undeveloped lots, like raw lot only in a short period, the focus again is how fast the property appreciation occurs rather than having an existing structure over there on that lot per se. So that's why if you look at an Aboitiz land property, hindi ka talo, di ba? If you think about it, because property price appreciates at a very short period of time because of the surrounding development. It's a master planned community and it increases in price pretty quickly if your objective is to flip that property. Now, there are several things that you have to look at when it comes to getting the location. I'm sure you're familiar with this one. The old adage when it comes to real estate, the most important is location, 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 market conditions, demand for land, and the overall development potential for the area. But again, I've given you the best tips again, no? When you're buying around the gilid ng city areas, right? If there is rapid urbanization occurring in specific areas, if there is infrastructure being developed in those areas, we know that those properties are going to increase. The question lang right now is, how fast and how consistently will it increase in price? And having said that, what you need to do is make sure to research, right? Research is the most important thing in the areas that are experiencing growth. And I'm so happy that earlier on our friends from Aboitiz land were sharing with you the research that they had with regard to what is happening in Central Luzon. It's becoming an industrial hub. What is happening here in Batangas, aside from being an industrial hub like what they're putting in the villages in Lipa, we know that Batangas beachfront properties are doing excellent and they did fantastic during the pandemic. And of course, if you look at Cebu as well, Cebu has got, it's difficult to find housing in Cebu right now because the property prices are just so high. But all the properties that they have for Cebu are in mountainside areas which are very, very nice. So you're looking for these areas, preferably within a master planned community, so you can resell them at a higher price. You can flip these type of properties. Next one, and I like this one. Negotiate and secure full purchase terms, right? You want to get the best purchase terms possible because if you plan to resell it, get it at a rate that you can afford here right now. Try to bargain the best way possible because you're not going to be using the land anyway. You're trying to pay the least amount as much as you can from you, the buyer. You're trying to pay the least amount that you can because you're investing for a longer period of time. Hopefully, in 2 years, you can resell it and it's already increased 50% of value. Kumita ka na, di ba? And you spent such little amount of money just to be able to secure that property. And the great thing about this here right now to get favorable purchase terms is that you're being offered right now favorable purchase terms from Aboitiz land. There are discounts and promos from all the different properties up to when? Is that June 30? Up to June 30 this month, they are offering you those favorable purchase and investment terms across all their different properties from Central Luzon to South Luzon all the way to the Visayas. Of course, very important always, when looking at land, whether you're flipping it or you're holding it, conduct your appropriate due diligence. Is the title clean, free from encumbrances? There's no problem with the property. Does it have all the permits? You can consult a lawyer or real estate professional. And again, a company with a reputation like Aboitiz land, make sure that when you get the property, this is their name at stake. Reputation is also important for capital appreciation, right? It's like when you're buying an Aboitiz land, almost guaranteed, you will get all these things hassle-free or worry-free. Title clean, permits clean, documentation correct. Now, also understand strategic timing of when you want to resell that property for flipping, di ba? Because some people you're thinking, okay, when the time is right, I will sell that property because I can buy more lot-only properties again, right? So those are the things you want to stay on top of in terms of strategic timing. Look at what's happening in terms of supply and demand. There comes a point, maybe you're not somebody who wants to develop that land, and you're saying it's come to the point that the price of the property has increased that you can buy other properties with the same profile at a very affordable price here right now and still make a profit. These are the side of fluctuations you want to take a look at when you're flipping. Now, if you plan to flip the property yourself, again, do your marketing of the property yourself. You know, right now I work a lot with Filipino homes. People are selling on TikTok. People are selling on Instagram. I receive regularly sponsored posts on Instagram. If you guys on YouTube right now, you can research on how to do a good video content for selling property. And also right now, Facebook Marketplace is an excellent place right now to market properties here as well. You need to be all over the place if you want to do that yourself in flipping properties. But for me, I personally, I would recommend that work with professionals because they already, you know, they might, if you don't have the time to do it yourself or you want people to help navigate that one, there are professional real estate agents and brokers who can help navigate you through that process and bring it to that client because that's all they do every day. Now, I've told you about flipping property. That's flipping residential lots. Lots lang. But some people, when they flip, what do? They like to build on the property, right? They get a lower price property, they build on it, and then they sell it. Based on the recommendation of my good friend, Boss Andy Manyala, he says that this is not something that he would recommend, especially to beginners without experience in evaluating location or construction. Medyo mahirap po yan. Unless talagang pinag-aralan mo or it's something that you want to learn from and fail from, right? If you got that budget to fail a bit, that's okay, right? But if you are on a tighter budget and you just want to resell the property, then you might want to just flip the residential property. But if you're there to learn, it's a different issue. So, land, of course, if it's a lot only property that you plan to build on, other factors are involved. If it's raw land, you have to think about land development, permits, access to utilities, zoning regulation if you build on a raw land property. So it's not really something that we would recommend at the start, but if you're interested to help flip raw land properties and construct on them, check out my good friend Noli Alieje. He's known as El Subastahero online. He can help you if you're looking to flip properties. But here are some basic things. Again, thanks again to Boss Andy for helping me out over here. No? So study the market that you want to get. If it's a raw land property, if it's a lot only property, and see how fast it can appreciate. Know your budget. Try to stick with it. Number 3, don't make an overly customized house, right? If you plan to resell it or flip it quickly. You have a basic structure for the house, make it look nice. But if you make it look so customized to your personality or your taste, it might be harder to sell. Kasi mas mataas yung presyo niyan, di ba? You want to keep it as basic as possible. Also, if you're flipping a house, choose to work with trusted professionals, lawyers, contractors who can help you. And get some, I would recommend strongly, work with brokers who can help you sell the property. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping up here right now the talk. But what are the key watch-outs when doing land or lot-only investments? Okay, for both raw land and lot-only, since you are only going to be relying on the land itself for appreciation, you're not going to touch the land, you want to sell the land, it's very important that location is your primary consideration in buying that property. And like I said earlier on, our friends from Aboitiz explained why location was their primary consideration, and you're seeing that by the capital appreciation of their properties. But more importantly, as they were offering you all kanina, go check, make an ocular visit their properties to see that that is what they're talking about. Look, it's what's around the property. What is being built or being planned around it. It's easy. It's lip service is easy, right? People saying that, oh, they're going to build this one, they're going to build this one, they're going to build this one. But you've got to step into the property and see if those things are actually being built. Check the neighborhood. Is it desirable ba? Gusto mo ba yung mga kapitbahay mo na nandyan? Kung may mga residente ka nakita dyan, speak to them, ask them, okay ba dito? Are they delivering on their promises, right? Are all the essential utilities in place? Power, water, internet cable. Hopefully, very soon, may Starlink na yan sa lahat ng property. So you all have internet signal wherever you are. Is there security? How is the security over there? Is it gated? May tao ba dyan sa harap ng gated community? Are there people, are there gates also at the periphery of the community to make sure that there is no illegal squatters coming in? How much are the maintenance dues? At meron bang homeowners association? Because usually it happens that in a development, when the community is still new and the developers are still creating the area, yung developers muna are the ones handling the maintenance, and eventually they will pass on that maintenance to a homeowners association if there are enough homeowners over there, right? So you want to see, is there a homeowners association? How much do they charge? And are they doing their job? Are they keeping the streets clean? Are the houses are the grass well manicured in the area? Very important as well, any property that you get, check the title of the property. Kung pre-selling you lots, check the mother title of the property. The license to sell, are there any legal issues with the property? Check the restrictions. Okay? At dito, ang ganda kasi, karamihan dito mga brokers at ahente ng Aboitiz land, ask them, show me the other developments of Aboitiz land and see how they're maintained. I'm sure all of them will be mahiyabang yung mga yan. Okay, please come with me to Ahoya, come with me to the villages. All great developments that they have all over the place. And here's something that you guys also need to take note of, no? Sometimes, if you buy a development where a lot of the property was just being held by investors or speculators, when you want to unload the property, the others also want to unload at the same time. So you can't get as high a price as you want for the property. So parang the people who bought with you might also be your competitors when you are reselling the property. Just something to watch out on. But there is an upside to that one. If you plan to go to build and sell, right? Or you plan to build and sell over here, or you want to flip a property, okay yan because you can get them to sell you those lots at a low price. Ikaw mag-build and sell na lang dyan, di ba? And you can actually increase the property if that's what you want to do. So there's always an upside to everything. Most importantly, check the track record of the developer. And need I say, you're working with Aboitiz Land, part of the Aboitiz group, Aboitiz Land with 25 years of solid real estate development track record, right? Have they delivered on their amenities? Yes. Are they developers for the long haul? Yes. Because Aboitiz Group is a listed company. So what do you look for in a developer? Measure it versus what you know of this company of Aboitiz Land. Security and reliability. Will they adhere to legal and regulatory requirements? Will they deliver all the titles on time? Will they deliver all the paperwork on time? Right? Second, do they have master planned communities? Does it have parks, playgrounds, pools, sports facilities? Because they enhance the value of life of the people living in those communities. Next, are they near economic or growth areas or townships? Because townships mean that it's a master planned area. May commercial area, may residential area, may office area. In the area, that greatly enhances capital appreciation within that area. Planned infrastructure. Are they near commercial centers? Are they near educational institutions, healthcare facilities? These things you want to make sure of. They have what you call the concept of the 15-minute city, everything within reach. Check out your different Aboitiz Land communities. You will see that they have great planned, their structures planned around great infrastructure and great facilities. And of course, the most important one, developer reputation and support. It is intangible, but that's the goodwill. You're not just buying a lot-only property. You're buying a lot from Aboitiz Land. And reputation is an intangible but important and integral value in the capital appreciation of that property, right? If you were to choose among different properties in that same area, but may tatak Aboitiz Land, siyempre, saan ko kukuha ka pa, di ba? That is part of the capital appreciation. But more than that one, it's also you have to take a look at what is their customer support services. And you're very lucky, like I said, Aboitiz Land, part of Aboitiz Group, innovation is part of them becoming a tech conglomerate. What do they have right now to serve you as home buyers? The Vecino sales app. It's their home buying app, proprietary to them, to help you to invest in a property, again, of Aboitiz. And lastly, very key, location, location, location. We cannot emphasize this enough with regard to investing in properties from Aboitiz. I had a chance to speak to Joey Bondoc of Colliers. And this was, I asked him, can you please give me some feedback on the areas in general where you can find Aboitiz Land properties? At Central Luzon, they've got properties in Cabanatuan, Capas Tarlac, Mexico. Region 3, high growth area. It's a major source of our OFWs are being deployed from there. Why is that important? Because the OFWs will flow back money into Region 3. And it's a source of foreign direct investment. They're investing in manufacturing and industrial hubs right now in the Central Luzon area. Like you said over here, these are ideal alternative sites in Central Luzon. Capital appreciation potential very strong in the area. Don't ask me. Ask your sales agents from Aboitiz Land. They will tell you how much capital, how fast the property price is appreciating in these areas. San Juan, Batangas, very well-known beach area. The Lipa Batangas property inside their industrial zone, doing very well. Investors putting a premium here right now on leisure-oriented properties. These locations have strong price potential, especially the beach. I was looking at the data. Look at the beachfront property, how high it's gotten after the pandemic. And if you're looking at people like maybe Gen Z or millennials, right? They're doing hybrid work or work from home. They're choosing to say, I don't have to work in the city. I can work right now in the province, deliver the same quality of work while looking out at the beach. So we're seeing that this traction that gained for beachfront properties will continue to move forward even post-COVID. So great investments here to make. Lastly, in the Cebu properties, the thing that you have to remember is in Cebu, land values in Cebu are very high, particularly in the city. So you can only go right now for vertical properties. Verticals are just condominiums. Right now, strong land value appreciation in the areas outside the city. Like I said, best investments to make right now, yung nasa gilid or outside of the city here right now. And they're thriving for upscale and luxury house and land developments. We saw that starting in the pandemic, remember, people were starting to move out because they wanted wide open spaces, right? That started to become the trend. But now that's here to stay. People are looking for those type of properties, wide open spaces where they can raise their kids. They're realizing with the advent of of doing work via virtual or remote, with Starlink coming up, now you can work anywhere you want to work and still enjoy a great quality of life, which they can offer you over here through Aboitiz Land. So if the property meets your investment checklist, lock it in right now so the property price doesn't increase. Up to June 30 na lang yan, guys. So I suggest to all of you, invest now to lock in the lower property values before it appreciates in price again. Now, lastly, if you are still a bit undecided on your lot or land-only resource investment, there are resources that you can refer to. First, I invite all of you, please subscribe to realestatenews.ph. That's absolutely free. It can help you make educated decisions when it comes to information on property. It will also tell you about all the macro, micro economic trends which are affecting real estate. I also had a chance to speak to my good friend Carl D of Spectrum Investments. If you want, you can watch his educational videos or do a private coaching session with Carl D to learn more about property investment, especially for land-only investment. And if you're looking to flip residential properties, residential lot properties, by constructing on them, talk to my good friend Noli Alieja. He is El Subastajero there on Facebook. And to all those watching, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. If you like what I had to say, please connect with me. And if you like what I had to say as well, please tag me. Post the videos, photos, your insights online. Again, that's RJ Ledesma on Facebook, also the RJ Ledesma podcast. You can also tag me on Instagram and on TikTok. And for those who want to reach out, my website is www.rjledesma.com. Thanks, guys. I will see you during the open forum. And again, good morning to everybody. And good morning, Aboitiz Land. Thank you.
Good afternoon once again, everyone. We're still here at Common Ground IBB Tower in Ortigas, and we are still live on Facebook for the Land Your Future Investors Forum by Aboitiz Land. So that was RJ Ledesma who shared with us the hacks in land in investing in residential land. I would like to reiterate lang what I really like about Mr. RJ Ledesma's talk. Yung sinabi niya, gaano kahaba ang PC mo? So, I believe we have viewers here who have different priorities right now, who have different tastes in investing in residential land. That's why Aboitiz Land is offering a vast choice of not only developments. We have properties near Central Business District. We have properties near nature. So whether you want it to be right in front of the beach or within mountains, we have options for you. So now that we have clear understanding on how to navigate the challenges of acquiring a residential lot as an investment, let us now understand the vital role that financial institutions play in supporting your endeavors. So right now we are privileged to have an expert in this field joining us this afternoon to shed light on the crucial topic of bank support when landing your investment. So definitely the most important part, when you're ready to reserve, of course, you have to finance your investment. So our speaker is an authority in the realm of finance and banking, known for her extensive experience and profound understanding of the industry. She will guide us through the intricate world of banking and unveil the various ways in which financial institutions like UnionBank can assist you in realizing your investment goals by maximizing your home loans. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome our next speaker, Account Officer from Consumer Mortgage of Union Bank of the Philippines. Let us all welcome Ms. Bea Vasquez.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bea Vasquez, and I am with Union Bank Asset-Backed Lending Mortgage Business. And I am joined today by my team leader, Mr. Danilo Aquino Jr. And we are very pleased to partner with Aboitiz Land in today's forum, which gives us this valuable opportunity to share with all of you our housing loan product and how we can help you achieve your dream property and investment. In Union Bank, we finance acquisition of residential properties such as vacant lots, house and lot, townhouses, and condo units. We have the most flexible loan terms, including the following: maximum loanable amount of 90% of the total contract price, maximum loan term of 20 years to pay for condominium, 25 years to pay for house and lot, and a maximum age limit of 70 years old upon loan maturity. Plus, we also can include capitalized bank fees, which gives the client no cash out option upon loan booking. So, you might ask, why Union Bank? Well, we take pride in being a digital leader, an innovator, revolutionizing the way we do banking today. We have a fully digitized loan platform that enables us to streamline our process, resulting to a faster turnaround time, allowing us to provide a conditional approval within 3 minutes from receipt of initial documents, and also 5 minutes to book a cleared account. But most importantly, we have a team of dedicated account officers, well-equipped, competent, and always ready to assist our clients' needs. Our system is aptly called Retail Lending Engine, or RLE, which provides mortgage process from start to finish. Aside from being a fast and efficient engine, it provides us with updated status in each account process, which is also a big tool for account officers to monitor our leads. It also allows off-site process, which provides the much needed flexibility and mobility of our account. It also allows, lastly, loan booking is done via robotic process automation. So for contact details, for Luzon, you may contact me, Goldeline Bea Vasquez, Catherine Chokson, my account officer, co-AO, and my team leader, Danilo Aquino. For Cebu desk, you can contact Ms. Karen Dormido, Rhea Donaire, and team head Ma'am Sol and Carges. That ends my short presentation. And again, on behalf of Union Bank, thank you all for your time and for this wonderful opportunity.
afternoon once again, everyone. I'm back, L'Oreal Valdez, your host for this afternoon. That was Miss Bea Vasquez of Union Bank of the Philippines. Union Bank is the banking arm of the Aboitiz Group, while Aboitiz Land is the real estate arm of Aboitiz Group. And I really like about what Miss Bea presented is the fully digitized process flow of Union Bank as it aligns with the conglomerate or the innovation within the Aboitiz Group, as well as in Aboitiz Land, where we have this end-to-end home buying service, which is already fully digitized as well. So we have already gathered the valuable information about the crucial role that financial institutions play in our investment endeavors. We have learned about the tailored financial solutions, expert guidance, and vast array of opportunities that banks like Union Bank offer to support us in realizing our investment goal. So right now, moving on to the next segment of our program, we will be diving into a panel discussion on how to land secure investments with the collaborative efforts of Union Bank and Aboitiz Land. I know, no, it's after lunch already. Some of you are sleepy, but please stay tuned. As I've mentioned earlier in the program, we have a raffle draw after the program. So continue on signing up on the link pinned in the comment section for those who are watching live. And now we will proceed to the discussion that will enable you to learn more about the investment of your future. So now the discussion, let's bring back our experts who provide us knowledge and practical guidance to navigate the world of investment. Now let's turn our attention to the highly anticipated panel discussion where we will explore the synergies between Union Bank and Aboitiz Land. So together, let us unlock the potential of secure investment with the power of collaboration between Union Bank and Aboitiz Land. So without further ado, let us begin our panel discussion. Let us all welcome back Mr. RJ Ledesma, Mr. Alexis Marquez, Miss Mila Lynn Barnido, and Miss Bea Vasquez. I invite you to join me in the front. All right, for those who are tuning in live, kindly comment in the section your questions to our panel. So I'll sit here and join them. We have received advanced question from earlier. So I'll start with Mr. RJ Ledesma. What are the red and green flags in property investment?
I guess we covered a lot amidst the whole talk, no? But I'll just reiterate again what we had to say. Again, if the main framework or mindset you have is the investor mindset, you're looking for what not only property has the best potential for consistent price appreciation and fast price appreciation. Right? So if we're talking about that one, then we're thinking of which property should I invest in that has those qualifications for again, no, fast price appreciation and consistent. We're looking for good developer track record, good location of the property. Is it near infrastructure? These things are the most key that you need to take a look at. The red flag would be the exact opposite, right? If you were to get a, let's say, a property developer that was not too recognized or not too well known, if the property, you can see the utilities are right there, or it's developed in a very far off area, it might not be your investment preference. So we're not necessarily saying there are properties that are good or bad. We're just saying that it might not be within your framework that you want to put your money there if you're in the business of investing and reselling at a higher price. Baka they want to add over here.
Yeah, I actually totally agree with Mr. RJ Ledesma on checking the location, your capacity really to invest, right? And as RJ Ledesma mentioned earlier in his talk to professionals. So if you're not sure about your investment options, we have our property specialist here today. You can approach any of them and really ask them the hard questions. I believe they are equipped to answer all of your questions today. So
I think your property, even online, for those listening on FB right now, for those in Cebu, Cabanatuan, all the other developments. There are actually on FB, we also have some of our brokers online from Aboitiz who can answer the questions for people in the specific property. So feel free to refer to people also online to help you answer those questions.
Thank you, Sir RJ. Anyone from our panel who would like to add in that question? If none, I can proceed to the next question. Actually, this is directed to our sales head, so either Miss Mila or Sir Alex can answer. This is a question from a sure buyer, no? So mukhang ready na siyang mag-reserve. What are the preparations needed or the requirements aside from reservation fee? Thank you so much, Miss Mila. So it's really the pre-qualification that's important in reserving your Aboitiz land home. I like that answer from Miss Mila because it's actually related to our next question, which is addressed to Union Bank. Is it better to get a loan when securing an investment or pay in full?
We also allow capitalization of bank fees, which we incorporate in the loan amount, which gives the client the convenience of a no cash out option upon loan booking.
And also, just to add, no, if you're going to get a lot-only property and you also finance lot-only property, is that correct? Okay. For lot-only properties, why will you pay in full when if you plan to in the future, what you want to do is you want to get it at the lowest price possible through bank financing. So when the price increases, you haven't fully paid yet, but it's okay. You've already made money, resold the land at a higher price, and you were able to loan off that property at a lower price. So don't pay in full. Don't pay in full. And of course, the bank will even be very helpful for that.
Actually, this next question is from myself. As a follow-up to what RJ has mentioned, kasi di ba when you loan, you're also concerned with the interest rate. So can we be assured of a fixed interest rate, or what happens next when you finish paying the mortgage?
They can always choose their fixing period for 1 year, 3 years fixed, or 5 years fixed. And what happens next is that after the fixing period of the interest rate, it becomes yearly repricing based on bank's prevailing interest rate until the loan term ends.
Thanks, Bea. And then when I opt on loaning the mortgage, right, can I pay in big tranches, say pay bigger or higher than the monthly mortgage?
Yes, we also allow clients to do partial payments every anniversary date we only have a minimum amount of partial payment, which is 6 times of their monthly amortization, but they can always pay more than that or pay in full every anniversary date.
All right, thank you so much. So for those who are watching us online, so I've just received a word that our audio was cut earlier. So the question was actually for Union Bank about the option to loan the monthly amortization, or rather the mortgage, than paying in full, because as mentioned by Sir RJ Ledesma, it's smarter to pay monthly than really paying it in full. Sige. I have another question for Mr. RJ Ledesma. Which type of property yields a higher ROI?
It really depends again on what your objective is for the property. Again, for land ownership, what we're just really looking for right now is when you want to resell, we're looking at the idea again of what's the best property within your time frame. And all the indicators are there, the location, location, location. And you know, it can be a personal preference. Are you from Cebu? Are you from Central Luzon? Are you from South Luzon? Then make that preparation from there. So it's the yield depends on more like if you are that land investor, it's when you want to be able to resell and what area you're choosing that is based on your own investment mindset.
I totally agree, Sir RJ. Now, sorry, I just got a word again. For the benefit of our online viewers, may I ask you once again the first two questions I asked earlier? So the first one is for Mr. RJ. What are the red and green flags in property investment?
Okay. Thanks. Let me just clarify it again. So red and green flags, earlier on, I had the chance to speak about that, what to choose for, what to look for in terms of the property. And a lot of it relies on the developer track record. Who is the developer in the property? Because the green flag is always, you know, choosing a location. Location is the key thing. But even if they got a good location, the concern is that if you don't have a good developer behind that great location, the capital appreciation of the property won't be as consistent or as fast as you'd like it to be. So again, you're looking at location, but more importantly, developer track record. How have they done in the past when they've been selling the property? How have they been able to build communities? You also want to take a look again at is it master planned? Is there infrastructure behind it? So that's for you more of a sure ball thing, especially if you're just investing and planning to resell. There might be other properties out there that might be good, but if you are in that investment mindset where you want to resell at a faster pace possible and a consistent pace, you want to choose more reliable developers.
So for our viewers, so to summarize, you need to look for the location as well as the developer's track record. And I believe, Mr. RJ, if I may add, when you are investing in a land, you're not just investing in the certain community that Aboitiz land is developing, but also the promise of the entire location. So for say, what Mila presented earlier, the villages at Lipa, you're not just investing inside the villages at Lipa, you're owning a piece of Lima Estate, which is this big industrial estate. So if you may agree, Mr. RJ, I think those are the green flags in investing in real estate, and definitely the red flags are the opposite. And then to reiterate once again, as a question from Ms. Mila earlier, what are the preparations needed or the requirements aside from reservation fee?
Yeah. Owning a property through an Aboitiz land, we make sure that your journey is just an easy and enjoyable one. So to begin with, we just require identifications from the clients and minimum informations about them, so that we will use this for the pre-qualification process that we have. In pre-qualification process, we make sure that we're not just getting the down payment of the client, we make sure that we will take care up to the loan balance itself, that there will be a bank partner that they will be allowed to get a loan like the UnionBank. If not, we have other mortgage financing institutions like the UBI, Matchmo, and the like.
Thank you so much, Miss Mila. I also like to reiterate for our viewers, since Miss Mila mentioned, Uwi, Matchmo, and Nook are broker mortgages that help you find the right loan for you that can fit your budget. Because as mentioned by Mr. RJ earlier, it depends on your financial capacity as well on how to sustain your lot investment. Now, I have another question for Mr. RJ Ledesma. This is a more personal question, actually. For first-time investors, I know it can be overwhelming. We don't know if we're doing the right thing, right? So I'm actually speaking for myself, actually. How do you make the big step toward investing in a home or a residential land?
Okay, I'm going to sort of couch it in it's land your future, so land ownership. I think the first and best investment you need to make is in your own residential home. So let's say, for example, as a single person, if you're living in the city, you're working here, invest in a condominium unit that you can afford, right? That can fit in your budget. Then eventually, that's your first investment. The second one is probably when you and from a reputed investor as well. When your next is that if you get married and it's a double income family, then it's time to invest now in your future home, I guess, no? And your next home, then you move into that one. And if you're making enough money and you choose investing in land as your priority over other investments, then you have extra income outside of that one, then you're able to invest finally in land. But again, no, you have to just make sure that you are sure that land is the investment, the preferred long-term investment that you want to make for yourself and for your family.
Thank you, Sir RJ. Actually, medyo hindi ako serious dito. Para siyang love, sir, no? If you're not sure, you don't have to dive deep into that investment. So if you're not sure yet, wag ka mag-invest ng feelings, right? But I really appreciate it, Sir RJ, as a first-time investor as well. Really, you should do it for your own first before investing for your future. Actually, those are the questions that I have right now. Do we have any more questions from our online viewers? So, going once, going twice. If you have any more questions, please take this opportunity to ask our experts right here in front of us. So we have representative from Aboitiz Land and UnionBank, and of course, Mr. RJ Ledesma himself. So if you don't have any more questions, I believe that's the end of our presentation here at Common Ground IBP for the Investors Forum of Aboitiz Land. But please stay tuned because we will be announcing the raffle winners after the ad break. So thank you so much once again, Mr. RJ Ledesma, Ms. Bea Vasquez, Ms. Mila Barnido, and Mr. Alexis Marquez.
Life means more. Enjoy the good life. Share the good life. Life means more. Live the good life at Amoa. Look around you. Everything we need is right here. Leave a worry behind. At Amoa, we'll find the life we earn. I'll hold your hand at every turn we make, every step we take. At Amoa, we'll dance the days away. Life means more. Enjoy the good life. Share the good life. Life means more. Live the good life at Amoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was the Land Your Future Investors Forum by Aboitiz Land. Our discussion has provided us with a comprehensive understanding of the strategies and resources available to make our investment journey secure and prosperous. A wealth of opportunities has been brought up from the collaboration between UnionBank and Aboitiz Land. And by exploring this synergy between the two esteemed organizations, we have discovered a powerful partnership that can guide us towards landing secure investments and fulfilling our dreams of a prosperous future. Now is the time to land your dream homes with some additional gifts and treats on the side. We are about to draw our raffle. So for everyone who's watching live, those who signed up, please stay tuned because this is the most awaited part of the program. While you are at it, don't forget to follow our social media pages, our Facebook page at Aboitiz Land. On Instagram, it's at Aboitiz Land Inc. Official. So please make sure to follow our social media account to stay updated on our news and promos. Should you have any queries, you can drop us a message on these pages. Our dedicated team is ready to assist you and provide all the information you need to make your dreams of owning a piece of Aboitiz land a reality. Now, everyone in the comment section, please send us your love as we draw our lucky winners of the 1,000 peso gift certificate. So, let us now present to the randomizer. So, for a winner of 1,000 peso gift certificate, for the winner of a 1,000 peso gift certificate, we will be drawing 5 names this afternoon. Let's start. Congratulations to our first winner. kclbrokers@gmail.com. Congratulations, you won one. Congratulations, you won 1,000 peso gift certificate. Please message us at Aboitiz Land Official or Aboitiz Land Inc. Official on Instagram so we can connect you to claim your raffle prize. Now to our second winner. Let's now draw the randomizer. Congratulations, Michael Masas at gmail.com. You won 1,000 peso gift certificate. Now we are going to draw 3 more. So let's now draw the third winner. Congratulations to Robisa Luna at gmail.com. Once again, for our raffle draw winners, please contact us at our official Facebook page, Aboitiz Land, to claim your prize. Now we're down to the last 2 winners of our raffle this afternoon. Let's draw the randomizer. Congratulations, Frank Oliva at gmail.com for winning 1,000 peso gift certificate. Let's keep the energy going for our last winner this afternoon. Let's draw the randomizer. Congratulations, Annabelle.Mori at Aboitiz.com. Congratulations, everyone, for everyone who signed up at our online form. Our property specialist will contact you right away and assist you in any questions that you may have for our properties. Now, that concludes actually the end of our webinar. Maraming salamat for keeping the energy high and engaging with us. But before we completely wrap things up, we have a special treat for you. So, syempre, marami kaming treat at pabaon para sa mga interested mag-invest sa Aboitiz Land. We are also showcasing some of the remarkable properties of Aboitiz Land from Cebu. So, after I bid farewell, sit back, relax, and let the beauty and potential of the Cebu properties unfold before your eyes. From breathtaking residential communities to exciting commercial developments, this video will give you a glimpse into the possibilities that await you at Aboitiz Land. So let us now continue to unlock opportunities that empower you to land your future with Aboitiz Land. Once again, thank you so much for joining us at the Investors Forum. Land your future. This has been your host, L'Oreal Valdez. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Aboitiz corporate office who booked for a dog or reserve a property get awesome gifts. This includes a chance at a 20,000 pesos worth of Star Resort and Casino gift certificates for Feresa, Amoa, and Christina North properties. And a sure 20,000 pesos worth of Star Resort and Casino gift certificate for reservations on Prevea Hills. Now, let us learn more about Aboitiz Land's exceptional real estate opportunities by showcasing their projects and significant returns on investment they have achieved. Our next speakers will hopefully inspire you to envision the potential to land your secure investment. With that, let's start off with the amazing properties here in Cebu. Let us welcome Cebu Sales Director, Jim Pajaron.
Are we already excited? Yes! Alright. Let me just... There you go. Oh, kumusta? Okay ra? Okay kayo? So guys, I'm Jim and I'm here. I'm pleased to share with you our newest campaign of Aboitiz Land right now. Land Your Future. So land your future. When the pandemic hit us, it started, people started to realize that land is very precious. We can see a spike of investments running all over the Philippines, especially here in the Visayas, and we witnessed, especially one of our projects that sold out during the pandemic, 2020. Can you imagine that? Because people realize that land, is hedged, of course, against your rising rates of inflation, the interest rates. Of course, with land, you can design your dream home, your dream house, you can be creative with it. So, the question is how to land your future. Number one, of course, you live near economic development hubs. We'll discuss that one later. You invest in residential lots. And thirdly, of course, you have to be a part of an Aboitiz Land community. So number one, why do we live near economic development hubs? Of course, with Cebu right now, we have multi-billion peso infrastructure projects going on in Cebu right now. One very notable proven that we have in Cebu development is the MCIA, the Mactan Cebu International Airport. It's an award-winning airport. Another one is we already enjoy the Cebu Cordova Link, the CCLEX. We also have the plan of the transfer of city government, the capital, from Cebu City to Palawan. And of course, Cebu holds appeal for major projects, especially with the rise of BPOs and of course expansion of hotel footprints here in Cebu. The proposed Metro Cebu Expressway is not proposed, but it's ongoing right now. They're done with the segment 1, and you can witness that one right now in Naga area, where you have those 3 lanes, 4 lanes that will cut the trip from Naga to Danao in just 1 hour. Can you imagine that? And that's the infrastructure that we have right now, Cebu Cordova Link Expressway, and you also have the Metro Cebu Expressway. That's Naga to Danao City in 1 hour. And of course, you have growth centers, especially I want to highlight the West Cebu Industrial Park, in which one of our projects, Forest Mountain Town, will be a part of the West Cebu Estate. Second, why invest in residential lots? Of course, when you invest in residential lots, you get a chance to build your dream house, right? You can be creative with it. Of course, with Aboitiz lands, residential lots, it's carefully crafted communities that harmonize, the synergism between nature and, of course, accessibility. Of course, you have steady flow of rental income. When you buy a lot, you construct your house, you have it rented out. Or you just buy a lot, you have it live like 3 to 5 years, and then there you have your value appreciation, and you can flip it. Third, very good question. Why invest in an Aboitiz land community? Of course, Aboitiz land communities are well-curated, superior master plan communities. We promote sustainability, environmentalism here. Of course, most importantly, Aboitiz land communities have the sense of community. We value open spaces, green belts and bucket parks. Most of our developments, not most, but all of our developments have at least 40% open space. Of course, you have modern conveniences there. You have your swimming pools in your clubhouse, you have the town centers, parks, jogging paths, and then you have bike trails, hike trails. And with the accolades of Aboitiz lands developments, you have award-winning projects all over the Philippines, in Luzon, in Visayas. The Aboitiz land was the best developer of the year in Visayas and Mindanao in 2022, and of course we're expecting that in 2023, right? Of course, in the Visayas, the best housing development, Amoa, you have seafront villas, seafront residences, and Ahoya Cabanatuan in North Luzon. So land your future with Aboitiz land. What are the projects, Cebu projects? I want to talk more about Cebu projects in Aboitiz land. First off, we have Puresa Mountain Town. It is a sprawling 51 hectares. You have the views of the idyllic views of the mountains of Baramban. With only 9 lots allocated per hectare. You can see it there, so you have, low density. You have that, you can enjoy, your privacy. I've seen residential lots, you have be harmonious with nature. If you can see in Puresa Mountain Town, our tagline is, get lost in your own backyard. Because Puresa Mountain Town is very unique. It's a very unique development of Aboitiz land. Why is that? It's not just unique here in Cebu, not just unique in the Visayas, but also very unique all over the Philippines. Why? Because Puresa Mountain Town offers you a residential lot with a forest reserve inside your community that you can enjoy. Caves, you can go trekking, you have your bike trails, you have your hike trails. And of course, the future opportunities of Puresa Mountain Town is limitless. What we're developing right now for Puresa Mountain Town is around just 50 hectares. But in total, Puresa Mountain Town is a total of 257 hectares to be exact. We have a lot of plans in Puresa Mountain Town, and I'm excited to share with you, but not just yet. Don't get too excited. But of course, with Puresa Mountain Town, your opportunities are well in place. You have the capital site, just like what I discussed earlier, the transfer of city power to Balamban. You have your central business district. It's ongoing right now. We just launched it with Aboitiz Infra Capital, which is Puresa Mountain Town is a part of the West Cebu Estate. So, of course, with Balamban area, the ecotourism is always on the rise. Of course, with Aboitiz construction has completed the site works of Manspeak Nature Park. And with Puresa Mountain Town, we're seeing like a land township living here. Of course, with Puresa Mountain Town as a part of the residential entity of West Cebu Estate. The residents, our homeowners here, our prospects here, will have the best of both worlds. Why? Because the proximity in Balamban area, with, being a part of the West Cebu Estate, and you have the peaceful nature sanctuary with all your basic needs just in place in Puresa. And of course, with Puresa, aside from the natural amenities that it has, you have your main pavilion will be finished, expected to be completed by next month, July. You have your commercial area at the entrance, so you don't have to go out. You have your conveniences, your basic needs. You can buy your necessities there, just in the area. You have your parks, play area, you have your high trails, bike trails, and so on and so forth. You have your swimming pools in your clubhouse as well. So here, you have your bike and high trails in Foresa. And of course, with Foresa, it's also not just far from the center of Cebu, but of course, it's very also proximate to certain establishments, your key institutions, some malls there, you have your district hospital there. And with Foresa right now, our homeowners, our vecinos are already enjoying 92% of property appreciation value. From what we started way back 2017, when we launched it at 7,000 per square, right now it has spiked to almost 100%, at 14,000 per square. Next, needs no introduction because this is the fastest selling housing development in Cebu, Amoa. So Amoa is a 60-hectare residential and housing development right in Compostela. So it is naturally situated in the rolling terrains of Compostela. It is named after the Cebuano word Amoa. That's how we say Amoa. But when you say it in Cebuano, it's Amoa. You have that, that sense of ownership, pride, and of course the community spirit that we uphold in Amoa. And of course, Amoa is awarded as the best housing development in the Visayas and Mindanao for 2022, 2021, and we're expecting also this 2023. The future opportunities of Amoa is also limitless, guys. Number one to take note is the Metro Cebu Expressway, which will traverse through Amoa. Because that Metro Cebu Expressway that's from Naga all the way up to Danao City, Amoa, we're seeing that one of Amoa Road, that will be one of the distribution roads that we're seeing in the Metro Cebu Expressway. Of course, you can also take advantage of the Fort Cebu Mactan Bridge, the Pier 88 that just recently launched, and of course the new Cebu International Container Port that is in Diloan. So Amoa also is very proximate, very accessible to key establishments, institutions, resorts, and markets. Because Amoa is not really on the main road, because there's a reason for it. If you want to enjoy those views, because Amoa is nestled on the hills of Compostela, you want to enjoy the nature also, you have to be proximate also in key establishments. And of course, Amoa is the most highly amenitized project up in the north, with over almost a hectare central amenity, aside from the parks that we have. So you have there your grand lawn, your clubhouse with 3 pools. You have your adult pool, you have your 2 pools for the kids, and you have fitness trails also. You have a separate jogging and bike paths, and of course a full-size basketball court. And of course, with Amoa, our homeowners, our vecinos are already enjoying 288% of property appreciation value. When we launched Amoa way back 2015, we started at the introductory price at 4,000 per square. Now it has gone up to 18,400 per square to be exact. When do you want that? 288%. And of course, don't fret, because you might think that, oh, sayang, wala pa ko nag-invest sa Amoa. No, Amoa is not yet done. Why? Because we're just halfway of the developments there. And we have more in place for you in terms of future developments in Amoa. Right? So 288% will go up to more than 400% in the next 2 years, 3 years. And of course, we have our high-end project here in Cebu City that needs no introduction as well. Pristina North Residences, or Pristina North, is one of the largest high-end community in Calabar, occupying around 30 hectares of modern convenience blends with distinct sense of place in this prime property development. So this is a very exclusive neighborhood that embraces the Filipino-Asian contemporary architecture. And of course, with Christina North residences, you have your amenities well in place because this is already a completed community here in Cebu City. Because when they say, like one of our clients would say, I'm buying a lot in Christina North or I'm buying a townhouse in Christina North. Why? Because it's not just Christina North that you're buying. It's not the land, it's not the house, but it's the address. It's the most valuable address here in Cebu. With a value appreciation of already 566%. When we launched it last 2003 for 6,200, now it has gone up to 41,000 per square meter. With Christina North residences right now, it is not yet done. Why? Because we still have lots available in Christina. We still have, I think, 7 lots only available in Christina, and we're expecting 2 reservations right now, right? And of course, last but not least, we have Privea Hills. Privea Hills is one of our premier projects here in Cebu City. It is also an exclusive countryside address located in the northern valleys of Talamban, Cebu. It's very, very proximate also with Christina North. It's just around a 5-minute drive. In Privea Hills, you also have your amenities. You have your clubhouse, swimming pools that's expected to be completed by next year, second quarter. You have your social hall, and you also have your tree-lined jogging path, that linear park over there in Privea. You have your multi-purpose covered court, your parks in the north and the south. And of course, with Privea, the same with Christina, is also very proximate from key establishments, from key institutions. This one is the Cebu International School. It's just right across Privea Hills. This is not 6.6 kilometers, it's just a typo area. Of course, it's very proximate also to Ateneo de Cebu, some malls, some key institutions, University of San Carlos, and so on and so forth. And with Privea, when we launched Privea last 2012, we started at 12,000 per square. Now, it is at 29,000 per square, and we're very, very excited to share with you guys. Why? Because that's 139% of property value appreciation. Because we are launching today, not tomorrow, but today, the newest enclave of Privea Hills. That's the phase 5B, that's 16 hectares, a total of 16 hectares. So these are the lots that's up for grabs today, and I believe we have a number already of LOIs. It's going to be reserved on this day, today. So talk to your property specialist right now or to your brokers so that you can have a piece of Privea. We have the legacy lots, the summit lots, the corner lots, you have the regular lots, and of course the sunrise view lots. So with Aboitiz Land's residential lots, you can see here the value appreciation. And this is just the icing on the cake. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Why? Because with Aboitiz Land's completed communities, it has grown up for more than 500% in property appreciation value. So you have here your Foresa, Vegas, Christina North, Amoa, and growth yourself from where we started when we launched these projects, and up to now, it's more than 100% of property appreciation value. And let's go back to Privea. We have our payment terms and discounts for Privea Hills. We launched this phase 5B today. We have the spot 98%, which should get a whopping 9% discount. That's around an average of 2 million discount worth. And you have your spot 95 with 7% discount, the spot 30%. The other 70% spread over 24 months. If you're not in a hurry, you have a 5% discount, or you can spread 100% in 36 months. And you also have a spot 10%, a spot 5% hold, having 2% discounts. And of course, if you reserve today, you'll get to enjoy worth 20,000 gift certificate from New Star. Before I end this presentation, I also want to invite all our OFWs, and we'll be having an international roadshow this June. That will be in Singapore, in Kapit Road, Singapore, this June 22. And of course in Dubai on June 25 at Dira, UAE, Dubai. So, guys, that's it. Thank you for listening, and of course, land your future here in Aboitiz land. Happy investing.
The floor is now open for any questions or clarifications